We're also going to be live on Rise FM, Vuma FM, Sowetan Live. You name it. You tell me more. In terms of coverage, it's going to be wall to wall from the time we are here up until the squad is announced. We'll get reaction. A lot of the dignitaries have already come in, but one person I know for sure who isn't here is Gavin Hunt. He joins us on the line. Gavin, good evening and welcome to the show.
Hey, Rob, how's it, man? How are you?
Why aren't you here, Gav? We've been waiting for you. Wanted to see you in your tuxedo.
Hey. Yeah, sure. I'm at the Mark Williams Foundation Golf Day, man.
Yeah.
Mark Williams' Foundation Golf Day today.
He did tell me that, but so, obviously it clashes with this. Yeah. So, Gavin, congratulations firstly. I see that you've penned another 2-year deal at Stellenbosch.
Okay. Thanks, yeah. What can you do? You know, keep going.
But what is that a sign of, though?
Thanks, Rob. Thank you.
I mean, for you and just your ideas around it.
Yeah, look, it's been a good 5 months I've had there. I mean, you know the situation we were in. And, yeah, it was good. It's a fantastic football club. And, yeah, we'll see where we go. We'll try and build a team again and go again, you know.
And just in terms of, the plans, I know that you go away, you believe in taking a good solid break. Will you be having that? And when you come back, do you have a pre-season? Is it destined for any particular country or any particular province?
No, what we do is, it's normal. I mean, it's all around the world, so we'll come back sort of right at the end of the June and start again and go from there, Obviously, there's a lot of movement in the marketplace, and that's what we're trying to work on at the moment,
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I said, we had the presidential guest house, Gavin. Also just wanted to get your reaction. What are you expecting? Are you thinking goalkeepers, for example? 4 have been chosen. Would there be one that you would leave out?
I don't want to go into the names, but I don't think you'll go far away from the team that's got him there, and he's quite loyal to a lot of the players, so doesn't matter if you're in form or out of form. So I think you'll pick pretty much the players that he's been loyal with, and I'm sure you'll go with that squad.
Jeez, and just your thoughts though of the World Cup and how far you think the squad will go. Will they go through to the knockout stages? Maybe create a little bit of history for the first time.
Wow! If we can get out of the group, I think that'll be like winning the World Cup for us. I think it'll be a great achievement. I think we've got three tough games.
Yeah.
I wish them well, and we will all be watching with great excitement and great joy. Obviously, we want them to get out the group, but it'll be a big ask, and I'm sure you go feel the same way,
No, absolutely. And Gavin, next time you're in Joburg, let me know so we can bring you into studio. We love nothing more than hosting you and breaking it down.
Yeah. I'm in Joburg. My favorite city of South Africa, Joburg. I'm here.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much, Gavin. Appreciate it, man. Okay.
Okay, man.
Thanks so much, Gavin Hunt, coach of Stellenbosch, joining us right here on #MSW. We also got the president, the SAFA president, Danny Jordan. Dr. Danny Jordan is here, getting his thoughts, all suited up in his tuxedo. Lots of anticipation as far as what is about to happen here. Danny, welcome to the show. It's a live stream on EWN and 947. What is your expectation? Here we are on sacred ground. The president has invited yourselves, the SAFA, the entire squad to address the nation today. What's going through your mind?
Well, this has been a long journey.
Yeah.
Been a long journey. And I think our players have done well. I was just talking today when we went to play against Nigeria in Uyo, in Nigeria. And we were made to sit in the plane on the tarmac for 11 hours. And when I looked at the players sat in the plane for 11 solid hours. We didn't eat. We got out of the plane. They then said, you cannot take off to Uyo. You will have to go the next morning. We had to stay over in Uyo. We went. We couldn't get a hotel because it was in the middle of the night. We came to that hotel about 3 o'clock in the morning. We went to sleep at 4 o'clock. The next day, The next day, we were back at the airport to take off. Another delay. We eventually left Uyo, Port Harcourt. This is where we stayed. Port Harcourt to Uyo at 12 o'clock the next day. We arrived in Uyo about 2 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, the players were on the park training, because the next day we're going to play Nigeria.
Sure.
Just the next day. And so I saw in the players a determination, a commitment. They said, look, we don't care what will happen or what they do. We are going to fight. We're going to the World Cup. And when Mshishi scored that goal in Uyo, the stands went quiet. I said to him today, that was a marker for us to say now there is no more a team that we fear in our group. And even if we lost the 3 points, we were strong enough, good enough. And even in that case, they said, let them take the points. We'll end up first in the group and we'll qualify. So I'm telling you this story for you to understand that we have a crop of players that we never had before. Committed players that will go to Mexico City, probably the most hostile environment that they will face. I've been there to Azteca Stadium. With over 100,000 when Mexico played United States for a World Cup qualifier. It's an unbelievable sight. And these players will not be intimidated. They've seen intimidation, they've seen everything, and they triumph. So tonight, I hope those who are named in our squad will be able to understand that they must continue fighting, not just to arrive in Mexico and come back, to perform and go on.
I mean, obviously, that's a touching story that I think a lot of people were not aware of. But the time spent in that flight would have been the time spent as well thinking about what ifs. What if we get out of the group? What if we maybe finish as one of the best top 3 finishers? You know, so there's a lot of what ifs there. In your strongest beliefs, in all your years of being involved in football, how close do you think we are now in 2026 at this World Cup to getting through into the knockout stage?
Well, you know, our under 20 went into the next round, the last 16 of the World Cup. Banyana went to the last 16. It is Bafana's time. We've tried on many occasions. It is our time now. And I hope that this time Bafana will realize that we cannot be outdone by our other teams. We also have to go to the knockout stages, and I believe that we will.
I mean, you were with the boys earlier on at the other event. What sense are you getting? Because as much as it's exciting for everybody around the country who's anticipating this final squad that's going to be announced, there's also going to be 6 players, unfortunately, who are going to have to take a knock and a chop, and they'll get to find out here tonight. Just that feeling of almost. I mean, it's an almost moment for them, but they won't be able to board that flight on Sunday.
Yeah, you know, I feel the pain for those players because they are deserving. The fact that Bruce has identified them means that they are deserving. And when you are so close and then you don't make it, it is a most devastating thing for any player. So I hope that the players will not regard it as being a rejection, but an encouragement that next time we'll be there. And the way things are going, our team has made tremendous progress, and I hope that those who are left outside will see them as part of that ongoing progress and building of the team. And next time maybe they will in. But tonight is painful. It is a joy for those who are in, but I feel the pain for those who may have to go back home, unpack their bags, and watch on TV. It is very painful. I remember when we had John Moeti. He was in the World Cup squad. Unfortunately, broke his foot. And there was a big issue, should John Moeti go, should he not go? These are painful things, and I just hope that they will be strong enough. And I wish them all the best.
All right, just a final one. I know that you've got a pop inside. A couple of family secrets, though. As the president of SAFA, there would be that moment where you sit down with the boys and say, guys, listen, at the end of the day, you do well, we incentivize you. Because we've seen so many times, I mean, it hasn't happened to us, but, you know, the Ghanas of this world, we've seen it happen to Nigeria, issues about bonus schemes. And when they're in camp or already in Mexico, then all these big fights come up. From your side, what's the incentive? How have you incentivized the boys if they get to a certain stage?
No, that's one thing that is a huge blot on Africans. That is Africans. In 1998 in France, we had the issue. In Brazil, in 2014, we had an issue. Other teams, other countries, we can never be in that position. And so it's something that we must talk about and finalize. And I'm confident that in Ronwen Williams, we have a leader. We just don't have a captain, we have a leader. A guy who is decisive. And when you agree with Ronwen, that's an agreement. You're not going to change tomorrow. So we have very important players in the team. Mshishi is another one. These are huge support for the team and the direction of the team, and help the others not to be disruptive, but to be cognizant of the fact that in South Africa they have massive support. Hugo Bruce, today when he spoke, he became emotional because when he said, when I see the people and their response to Bafana, I could not believe it. And so this team is special, and special for many South Africans, and I hope that we won't behave in a way that will make them feel it's trust misplaced. So all the best.
Thank you so much, Danny Jordaan. Thank you very much indeed, the president there of the South African Football Association. And you know, at the end of the day, when you look at what lies ahead as far as South Africa goes, when you look at what is expected to happen but hasn't happened yet, and you've seen, I think we've all seen that South Africa can produce. And that is why, as we are live here, coming through from Sefako Makgato Presidential Guest House, the conversation, you know, lingers around the selection. Who will it be? Danny Jordaan talks about the event that was happening early on today. You know, one of the sponsors, Standard Bank, were hosting the event, saying that he was very emotional. So can you imagine now, once the final squad is, and he talks about the 6 players who will be left behind. How are they going to be taking it, etc. So we'll just take a little quick break, but we'll come back, though. There's so much more to come. It's a back-to-back broadcast that we're having right here in Pretoria at the Union Building. So click through, send us all of your comments, because we'd love to hear from you. What is your expectation as far as the squad announcement is concerned? We'll read some of them live as well. It's the who's who that are here. Everybody that is been invited. Already the Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi is here, Leboang Mahile is here, the MEC. You know, so as far as government is concerned, they've kept their time, and we are anticipating at around about 7 o'clock as well, the formal part of today will take place. But then in just a second, though, our rolling coverage live on EWN, live on 947, and live on multiple streams on Vuma, Rise, and Sowetan Live will be happening here. So you won't miss a beat. So make sure that, as I say, interactive, as we always do, right here on hashtag MSW. Looking forward to announcements, maybe a couple of surprises as well. I mean, I spoke to Dr. Ngwenya, the team doctor of Bafana Bafana, is also involved with CAF and FIFA, and he was telling me that, hey, anything is possible. So I was trying to squeeze out of him that other players all available, because there are injury problems or suspicion of injuries here and there. So how are they going to be able to handle those and a whole lot more? But he said to me, listen, they've spoken to Coach Hugo Broos. Nobody should actually worry.
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
MSW. It's multicast,
You know the story. When excuses run out,
such behavior can only be rooted out by VAR, Rob.
the truth clocks in.
It's tough. It's tough.
Hashtag MSW.
All right, Marawa Sports Worldwide coming through live from the Union Buildings in Pretoria. It's the big announcement of Bafana Bafana. The old school store and getting all the merchandise, whether it's from the Springboks back then, whether it was the Dr. Khumalo jersey that has been so popular. But then now, I believe there's going to be a surprise for a lot of people out there, given the fact that in just a couple of days, Bafana Bafana are going to be leaving, heading off to Mexico on Sunday. So we look forward to finding out. That's why I brought Daniel Steyman here, the CEO of Old School, the man that's behind the trends. Firstly, job well done. The whole country is taken up by this.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think as a business, it's always been our mission to unite people with legendary products. And I think, having now the privilege of working with the largest properties, Chiefs, Pirates, Springboks, I think we just know that the whole country and the whole world is going to be standing still in a week's time and actually starting tonight. You can feel the tension here in the air. Yeah. But yeah, we're very excited about what's to come with Bafana Bafana and also with Minister Mackenzie and how we are going to support the virality around World Cup. So we're very, very excited.
Tell me that, because I know that Minister Mackenzie is taking a couple of the fans to the World Cup. Is there something special maybe geared towards them, or is it just for the entire South Africa that will be available in stores and online?
I think the best is if you look at what we've been doing with Chiefs, Pirates and other properties, there's something along that line's coming. But I think these fans and these influencers and these legends that's going, they need to be well dressed and they need to look stylish, not just on the field. So that's maybe giving you a good idea.
I mean, what have you worked on? I know that you haven't launched it, but just tease us, because I mean we love the brand, and we know that for people who are going to the World Cup, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, but for the people that are staying behind, it's going to be freezing. You know what it's like.
So a long sleeve would help, eh?
A long sleeve would help if you're not going to the World Cup?
No, I think 2026 is actually a very important celebration. I think if we look at the golden era of SAFA football, I'm thinking back of 1996 and what that team did, and also the story of them going back to World Cup. So I think those patterns, those jerseys, that's so iconic, is what we're busy reinterpreting. So I think it's really looking at bringing back that heritage of the 96 era, which we call the golden era of South African football, and to euro that and to sort of tell a story of linking the past with the present, which we're very excited about.
And you know what? I'm not one for being superstitious. But if you go back, I mean, you mentioned 1996.
Some silverware?
some silverware, but maybe a qualification into the knockout stages. Because 1995, not only did we win the Rugby World Cup, Orlando Pirates won the Star, as far as the Champions League is concerned. And just over the weekend, Sundowns won their second Star. So it's now the same year again. So I don't know. I'm just saying something is bubbling.
The stars are looking like they're aligning.
They are aligning, whether it's 2 stars or 1 star. But for me, you would love it, and I think South Africans would love it to see Bafana Bafana go through to the next round.
And I think the team's got the capabilities. I think we haven't had such an incredible flair in football. It's so alive at the moment, and we're so excited.
Now, Old School. Tell me about the expansion, because I see the stores. I know the one in Sandton. I've seen also in Cape Town. What's the store expansion like, though? Because people are wearing that drip like it's nobody's business.
So I think we want to make it everybody's business, and I think we just believe that when you create incredible customer experiences in retail, the wallet will follow. You know, so for us, our stores, we want to really carry that pride and heritage that sport properties have to offer, both locally and globally. You know, we've opened the Liverpool stores in Joburg and Cape Town last week, and we had thousands of people lining up because sport just unites and moves South Africans like very few others, and I think football especially is at the heart of this continent, and it's amazing to see how we've been able to sort of take different things that people are passionate about and put it all in a store. And I think that's why we're able to scale, is giving a customer a variety of brands that you'll have one of them.
I was going to say that in the year where you've launched at the Mall of Africa, the Liverpool store, the first of its kind, then in the year where Arsenal are winning the Premier League, I'm sure their fans are also saying, no, hey, what about us? You know, you got to bring a store.
I'm actually an Arsenal fan, so it's a tough one for me. But I think we've got a clear expansion pipeline of properties we want to work with. We launched Barcelona yesterday, Real Madrid a week ago. So for us, we understand that you can't change a fan's behavior. A fan will support their team and they'll die for it. So the best is just, as Pokemon says, to catch them all.
Now, before you disappear, though, I know that you got a bag of goodies which you haven't launched. How are you launching it today? How are you going to expose what it is that South Africans can get used to that will be available in the different stores? You're going to be part and parcel of the formal event tonight, or how are you handling today? Because I know you would want us to know. You'd want the people to know.
Yeah, I think Mr. McKenzie might be the better guy to ask, because I think we definitely want to get the moment captured with him and the president. But we are sort of working towards the first week of June, so to launch the product. But we've been working really hard on the storytelling and to really get that correct. So we're super excited.
I mean, great stuff. We would have all worn the Old School stuff, because we got all the dock jerseys that we wear on a Friday, especially on the show. But we had to, you know, it's a dignified thing. You saw Danny Jordan and seeing yourself here in your black and whites as well. But all I'm saying is that it's a fantastic job you and your team have done, and well done, and congratulations. And thank you so much. And great to finally meet you.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Good luck with the evening.
Thanks so much there, Daniel Steyman. He is the CEO of Old School. I'm sure you at home, you do have it as well, locked up there somewhere. So they are going to be launching it. He says that Minister McKenzie is going to be part and parcel of that. I know sometimes it's kind of squeezed himself into one of those tops. They ended up being like a crop top there in Minister Gayton McKenzie. But yeah, I don't know if he still goes to gym or does jog, but that's the caliber that we do have here on the broadcast. And if you're just joining us now, please spread the word. We are live right here at the Union Buildings. We're going to be carrying this story that everybody has been describing as almost fairy tale-like, because since we hosted the World Cup in 2010, remember, we qualified by virtue of being the hosting nation. So we didn't really have to go through the rigmarole of having to qualify. So here we are now, having done the hard yards, Hugo Broos having put his act together with all of the players, and it's a case of who will get over the line this time around. And I mean, I don't know, I see on social media a lot of you are already giving me the names of the 6 players that you believe aren't going to go. So out of the 4 goalkeepers, who's the one that's going to be dropped? We spoke to Gavin Hunt early on. He says, you know what, Hugo Broos is one of those people who sticks to his guns. He doesn't like to be told anything. If they say, hey, Mshishi's too old and whatever, he doesn't care about those opinions. He will go with Themba Zwane to the World Cup. But the big question is, will he be doing that? We saw him just a couple of days ago lifting the Champions League for Mamelodi Sundowns. Captain Ronwen Williams said, hey, I'm not going to be here doing this. I pass it on to you, my legend, to do that. And unfortunately, you won't be able to pass down the captaincy for Bafana Bafana because he is the captain. And if you joined us late as well, the conversation with Danny Jordan also spoke about a very important thing about the bonus. So it obviously sounds like they haven't had that conversation yet because the squad hasn't really been finalized. And maybe post the finalization of that, I would hope and pray that they get that out of the way and then they focus on the bigger play here. We've seen it happen with Banyana. It's happened with Bafana Bafana. You remember Japan, South Korea as well. There were those conversations just before the last game against Spain. And guess what? Our focus wasn't on the game. And that's why Raul came through, scored that goal. Andre Aronsa, left biting the dust, so to speak. It is hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide. I'm going to break away for the news. And after the news, we will come back and continue with this particular broadcast. So leave nothing to chance here, guys. We want your thoughts. We want your opinion. And we also want to find out from you who you think will be selected, who will be going. So at Rise of Fam, let's get down to the news, though. Let's see who is on standby. Andy Lenkosi on Rise of Fam. We also got Apiwe Ngwenya at Vuma FM. It is top of the hour. Here's the news.
For the review of the Section 89 panel report, which found that there is prima facie evidence that the president may have violated the constitution in the Phala saga. Over $500,000 were found stuffed in a couch on Ramaphosa's Phala farm. The EFF wants Didiza to urgently invite all political party leaders to make submissions on the opposition to Ramaphosa's review application. Over 300 Ghanaian nationals have boarded a chartered plane leaving South Africa in a phased repatriation process, according to Home Affairs officials who were present at the airport today.
For when they land in their home country, he says those who are living here without the requisite documentation cannot be blamed for the delays by Home Affairs.
It has taken 3 years, it has taken 4 years. Let's define it. Is it their fault that they are undocumented? I think if state institutions, I keep on saying this, that it is a matter to do with state institutions. We wouldn't be where we are today if institutions of state were doing their work.
Kwashi says upon arrival, the group will be added to a database so they can be given jobs and financial assistance. Jabuli Lembata, Eyewitness News.
And lastly, Deputy President Paul Mashatile has urged residents in crime-plagued neighborhoods to come forward and assist the police in their investigations. Mashatile was conducting an oversight visit in Mitchell's Plain this afternoon to assess the impact of the Army's deployment. Around 200 soldiers have been deployed to crime hotspots in the Western Cape under Operation Prosper. The Deputy President has urged residents to work hand-in-hand with authorities.
We want to make sure that you are safe in this place, and that's why the police and the Army are here. Please work with them because it's important that we can identify the people who are selling drugs to your children.
A partly cloudy Thursday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Temperatures will drop to overnight lows of between 5 and 9 degrees and highs of between 22 and 24 degrees. Loluthando Ngeno, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app. Comfort ends where Marawa Sports Worldwide begins. Live from the presidential dinner at the Union Buildings in Pretoria. The Bafana Bafana squad, moments away from being announced live on hashtag MSW.
Hey Marawa, I am hurt, I am angry, I am disappointed. I do not know how to express indlela engifilisha ngayo. It hurt me, Rob, to see a Pirates lifting a league, which means winning a treble this season. It also hurt me deeply to see a Sundowns lifting a Champions League, while Mna, as a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, the management yam is making me debate with other supporters if we must keep those two plumbers called to Khalil and Kaze with Kaizer Chiefs. Why must we debate Kaizer Chiefs management management should be ashamed of themselves.
If it's shaking sport, we are already on it.
Infantino said that the tournament will once again unite the world over the next month and a half.
A pleasure, what an honor it is to be here for this incredible event from FIFA World Cup 2022 to FIFA World Cup 2026, a legacy in motion, and we celebrate this here at the UN headquarters. So, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, bienvenue, bienvenidos, bem-vindos, willkommen in all languages of the world, because this is exactly what will happen here.
Hashtag MSW.
And wish you well on your journey to go and do better in the United States and Mexico and Canada. The South African public, the entire population wishes you well. And this is the one moment when you must feel the full support of South Africa. And it's out, but it's going to come back here.
This is where sport breaks, bends, and gets told straight.
I saw Bopanyaza there on the panel there, on the podium there, to give the medal and the trophy. Where are the CAF members? Because I believe we have a lot of CAF members. But where are the CAF members? I saw Bopanyaza there, I saw Top Motsepe there. Where are the CAF members? Or they're expecting a team from Morocco to win the cup.
I think the board members are there. They're sitting there watching the game. So not everybody, remember, you can't have a stage that's packed with officials.
The South African public, the entire population wishes you well.
MSW, live from the presidential dinner at the Union Buildings in Pretoria.
Is hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide. They're coming through live from the Sifako Makhato Presidential Guest House. We're talking about the Union Buildings in Pretoria. We're talking about a historical moment, as we said, live across multiple platforms, EWN 947. The stream is up and it's going, and we will be going up until we are the last people that are leaving here. Until the security chases us away, we are going to be here. We are waiting with anticipation here to find out who Coach Hugo Broos, the Bafana Bafana coach, will be selecting as his final 26. Remember, he has got 32 at the moment. And it's between 23 and 26 that can go to the World Cup. They're going for the 26. Now, the big question is who will be left behind? So it's an interactive show. Would love to know. Get your views. Send those voice notes. Log on as well. EWN, like I said, 947. Give us your comments. What are you anticipation about this selection of the squad? But also, most importantly, we will be with you right up until the end. We will go live into the building where the announcement is going to be made. It's a black tie affair. We just happen to leave our black ties in the car, but we might catch up with that later on. But somebody who has got taste and class and knows exactly what it is. I mean, he dresses as well as his players play football. And this is the man that I call Chairman of Chairman at TS Galaxy, Tim Sugazi. Good to see you. Welcome to the Union Building, sir.
Hey, Prarop. It's my pleasure to be here, of course, and to be with you as well.
What are you anticipating?
Look, I think I'm anticipating a very good squad.
Yeah.
The preliminary squad, as it stands, is good enough in my view. And therefore, you know, there will be obviously sad moments. I guess the players that won't be called, or rather won't make the final squad, but to me, they're all winners. It shouldn't matter. Once you have made it this far, it means you are a champion in your own right. What pleases me more, Rob, is that we would be going to the tournament as South Africa, being the only country that has a national squad that comprises of 98% or 95% from the local league. Right, and on merit. We'll be competing there on merit. There will be no one feeling any pity for us to say, you know what, they've got local players.
Sure.
No, this same national team, Rob, as you'd know,
Yeah.
has managed, I think, in the previous African Nations Cup tournaments to eliminate in Egypt, Morocco, coming with players from Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Manchester City, Juventus, and so forth and so on. But our players were able to compete then, and they will still be able to compete now. And we're going to throw an element of surprise. You know, we have to pride ourselves with that as South Africans and give credit where it's due. Of course, our national team has done a splendid job in organizing not only, you know, our national team matches at senior level, but then, of course, other national teams. So they've got a lot of work on a continuous basis. But most importantly, I think credit should go to the league. You know, the NSL is providing us with the platform that gives us the players that will represent the country at international level. Now, even better, you would see from the scout squad that will be announced that there will be players, probably 8 of them, who are under 23 and have played in our reserve league. They now call DDC.
DDC, yes.
You know, so there's a system here. As football custodians, as stakeholders, as a country, we have to trust the system and have confidence in the process, of course, because it has delivered here to the promised land. It's been now, 24 years since we played in the World Cup through qualification.
Yeah, outside of us hosting.
Yes, the hosting part, well, I'm counting it, but I'm discounting it at the same time.
Which is fair enough, though, because it's a thing that I mentioned earlier on, to say that as a host nation, it's an easy path. But the way that we've gone about it here, Tim, has been the difficult part. But the guys have done it. You know who's in the group. It's a number 1, number 2, or the best 3 finish across the board. I mean, surely our chances are that good for us to go through to the knockout stages.
Yeah, very good. Why not?
Yeah.
We have what it takes. So not only are we going there just as a national team, but we've got players of international standard who have proven themselves at the highest end of the game. Just 3 days ago, our sister club, Mamelodi Sundowns, who are our perennial winners or winners of our league here, they just won the CAF Champions League, you know, and I'm sure Orlando Pirates will be fully represented as well. And they also participate year in, year out, you know, in the CAF Champions League. So the international experience counts for a lot when coming to the composition of a national team and the performance, therefore, at global level.
I mean, yourself, as Tim Sugas, I know you to attend all of these tournaments, whether it's from Metropolitan to, you name it, under the tree there, to you are there, scouting for talent like Kuchamosono used to do. And you've been able as well to export players into major leagues as well. Your motivation in continuing with this pipeline is to do what? To one day see one of your top players make it into a World Cup squad, be chosen to represent the country. Just give me your thoughts around that.
Yeah, look, Rob, we are motivated by the real fact that it's always pleasing to see some of your alumni making it at global level. So here, people may, for example, talk as much, you know, about Kulman Indamane, but the truth is 5 months ago he was wearing a TS Galaxy jersey. And today he's already going to the World Cup. And Samuel Kabini, you know, a year and a half ago, he was at TS Galaxy. Now he's playing in Europe and is being wanted by clubs in the German Bundesliga and all that. So we are playing our part. You know, we know exactly who we are, where we are with our development stages as a project, and therefore, we at certain times we make certain decisions and make certain moves for the benefit of the player, but most importantly for the benefit of the country. I was at pain to explain to the nation in other platforms that Ndamane is a player of international caliber.
Yes.
So is Gahini. You know, I said that, you know, and people couldn't understand, you know, late last year, but now they understand it better having watched him at CAF level. So when we transferred him to Sundowns, we knew that the chances of him making the national team squad that goes to the World Cup would be quite minimal if he were to be a TS Galaxy. So therefore, we transferred him so that he could play at the global stage and get the recognition. And now, yeah, he's likely to go.
Just your views, though. I mean, I always talk about Hugo Broos as being a straight-up person when it comes to team selection. But once you've shown him what you can do, he becomes loyal to you as a player, but also loyal because you've given us a bronze medal in Ivory Coast. You've obviously taken us to another AFCON in Morocco. What have you made of his coaching style, just his approach in terms of treatment of players?
Well, the fact that he's quite brave, I think pleases me a lot. So it talks to our model at TS Galaxy. You have seen us beating Sundowns a week ago, 3-2 with youngsters that, one or two of them were starting their third game, for example. So he has that element in him, and it has helped him a lot. Once he sees a player, he believes in it, and he makes decisions with conviction. That's great. So the loyal part about it, I'm not so much of a fan, because I think when you go to an international event such as the World Cup, you have to take the best of what you have in the country. Not that I'm going with Robert Marawa because he's been part of my national team since 4 years, whereas he's off form right now.
So you advocating, which is an important conversation, about current form. Because all of a sudden, I mean, it's not all of a sudden, but he's always had, for example, and I was watching him play over the weekend, Tashreeq Matthews. Tashreeq is magic, and I would say based on current form, he should be in. Are you expecting any of those surprises, or are you feeling that the coach is not going to sway far away from the 32 that he has put in the prelim squad?
Yeah, no, he's made it very clear that he's not going to sway far away from the 32. And the 32 in itself, speaks volumes because the likes of Tashreeq Matthews are not there. And maybe Lodge and others, he has been asked questions about it. He has given answers, whether they are satisfactory to many or not. It bears no relevance at this moment in time. The truth is, he has made his own choices, he followed a particular principle and a certain criteria. But the loyalty as a principle or even a criteria, I really am not a fan of it. I don't support it. I believe that players should be selected to the best and biggest football tournament in the world based on merit and obviously form and performance, of course. People must have performed. You've got the Apollos of this world. We saw what they've done for the entire season, and therefore they deserve to be here. And, so that part I'm not so
Just
so much
a
keen
quick
about.
final one because of time. Who in the squad that is not there that you, as Tim Sugazi, would have said, hey, I'm a technical director, put this man in?
Tim Lodge. I watched his games at the Club World Cup. That's the highest level of the game, So and he outsmarted and outperformed the likes of Manchester City. So why not? Why is he not here? Just him as an example. But he's a coach. He's got a huge responsibility, and he can't satisfy everyone. If anything, probably has to satisfy himself first.
Tim Sugazi, as always, man, you owe us a visit in studio. Hope to see you there soon.
I'll be there, brother.
We got a lot to discuss. I mean, you giving Parker an opportunity. We saw what he could do, and maybe just your long-term plans. We'll just debrief on the season that was. But
I'll hold
wonderful.
I'll hold you to it. I'll wait for the invite.
And I will phone you personally.
Thanks, Put.
Thank you so much. That's Tim Sugazi there, the chairman of TS Galaxy, coming through. And just a few minutes we're going to grab here with Mum Natasha Chiklas as she joins me before the break. I did promise I'll hold her for just 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. Natasha, firstly, good to see you. Welcome. You're looking smart. You're looking dapper.
Thank you.
What are you
Good to
expecting
see you
tonight?
too. Well, the excitement all over our country. We're all celebrating our achievement as a country. And we're celebrating Bafana Bafana and football in general.
Your team, Mamelodi Sundowns, obviously got the second star. You must be beaming with pride right now.
Course.
And you're going to be seeing the players coming in shortly.
Yes.
They are part of the 32 preliminary squad. I mean, what are you expecting? They led by the captain, Ronan Williams, as well as a couple of others. Just your reaction, firstly, to the Champions League victory, and obviously your expectation from their side for tonight.
Well, I was very happy. I was thrilled, special with Klope Motsepe. He's my darling son, and the whole family, of course. They, the way they lift Sundowns to even higher standards is great. And I feel very, very proud. He sent me a message to say that we did it also for Angelo. And to me that it was a heartbreaking, and I felt very honored and very proud. And it's a family. Mamelodi Sundowns is a family. Wherever you are, you can see this family. After so many years, I'm still part of the family. And this is great. They're going to go, to do better and better. And I really wish them the best.
You're going to be traveling to the World Cup?
Unfortunately, I might go only for the first game and then go to Morocco with our ladies.
Ah, yes.
So...
But what if we qualify for the next round?
Well, then we will qualify, not if. Because in my opinion, with due respect to other countries, I think South Africa and Mexico, from what I saw in the games I watched,
will be the top two.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my opinion.
So you believe that 2026 is the year South Africa breaks the mold, make history, and get into the knockout stage?
Yes, I do believe that. Because if you can see from Bafana, from my, other teams, from the league, the whole South Africa is Pirates. They won the league. So the whole South Africa actually celebrating football.
Yes.
And definitely we earn the respect from FIFA and from CAF. Definitely we the best of the best. We can say that. And of course we have to continue. So I'm very proud as Safa to say that job well done.
Sure. Yes. And just your final message, there'll be disappointed players that won't be selected. There'll be happy players of the 26 that will be selected. Maybe just your message for both selected and not selected.
Well, we're all part of this team.
Yeah.
Play or not play, sit on the bench or you out, we all pray and we behind Bafana Bafana. They must believe themselves, who they prove already they're doing, and God is with them. I know that, and the whole South Africa. Love you guys.
Thank you so much. We love you too, Natasha Chickless. As always, good to see you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show. Like we said, we are live streaming on EWN 947. We are live on Rise FM, Vuma FM. We're on Sowetan Live. We are going to cover wall to wall everything that is happening at Tamafokate. I don't know if he's brought his song. I have to take a break though, but maybe just put in 2 words. We'll take a break. We'll come back. He's wearing his jersey, number 15, that has become so famous. He's wearing his hoodie with the South African Isportisake. No, just the mic close.
Hey, I'm not used to mics.
Pretend you're doing oi oi. I thought, good to see you, man.
How are you, my brother?
I'm very good. Long time no see.
You're looking younger by the day.
Trying to be like you, man.
Me, I'm a legend.
I know. Are you going to tell us about the Bafana Bafana song for the World Cup?
Yes.
Okay. So after the break, though, as I said, we just grabbed Atamofokate here. He'll tell us about what he has put together, what he's compiled for the national team, Bafana Bafana, when he come back from this. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, it is wall to wall. It is live streaming. We are here for you and for the rest of the nation.
Live on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time.
#MSW.
Let's go! The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947 Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
That's Sia before he got naked. Sia had a bumper bash and had to reattach his fender using duct tape and a prayer. So Sia got naked. He got comprehensive car insurance in seconds and can now submit claims instantly on the Naked app. No more arts and crafts for you, Sia. Cover your car and home now at naked.insure and see how easy insurance can be when you get naked. Naked Financial Technology is an authorized FSP. Get naked.
Take bigger home this winter with Pick n Pay Hyper. Get bulk farm-style boerewors for only R99.99 per kilogram. And smart shoppers get 900-gram Bacomo wheat picks for only R52.99. Plus, every 500 Rand you spend on ASAP gets you a scratch card and your share of 11 million Rand in prizes. Exclusive to smart shoppers. Valid 25 May to 7 June. Only at Pick n Pay Hypermarket. Come home to Pick n Pay. T's and C's apply.
How much is R3 worth to you? For Lotto Star's lucky winner, TN, R3 turned into a 5.4 million Rand jackpot win on Daily Kaching. And your R3, it could be next. Scratch now on Lotto Star Scratch Card games for a chance to win 75 million rand in payouts. Lotto Star, your world of live games. Lotto Stars licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. Winners know when to stop. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
So, your big bucky with its thirsty tank tapping you dry, Yeah, let's chat. Get the Samsung Galaxy A37 from Chats Connect. Just 399 Rand per month over 36 months on a 1 gig red cord top-up. You get a premium phone without the premium price, saving your wallet over a K. New contract only. Offer ends June 8. Go get it, big spender. Only at Chats Connect stores or chatsconnect.co.za. SA's largest independent dealer channel exclusive to Vodacom. T's and C's apply.
My wife asked me to deal with the roof leak in the kitchen. Thought I had fixed it, but surprise, it's back. She is not happy.
If you don't want to sleep on the couch tonight, just get Flash Harry and sort it out.
Flash Harry? Like a magician for leaks?
No. Flash Harry, the go-to solution for a leak-free home. Trusted by South Africans since 1975.
Where can I find it?
Any good hardware store. Flash Harry. It just works. Find your nearest stockist at flashharry.co.za.
Protecting your family means staying one step ahead. And that starts with knowing the facts about human papillomavirus. HPV is linked to over 99% of cervical cancer cases and claims the lives of more than 5,000 women in South Africa every year. HPV doesn't discriminate and will at some point affect both men and women, young and old. Protect yourself and your loved ones. Ask your healthcare provider about vaccination. This message was brought to you by MSD.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The champions of Africa.
These are your new African champions, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Kennedy Mwini, in a department that you're quite familiar with, and a lot of South Africans that started writing Ronwen Williams off and saying, is that such a terrible season? And then guess what? I mean, a champion like him produces that match-winning save under so much pressure.
Saved by Williams. Williams to the rescue again.
When you're a goalkeeper, this is what I preach to a lot of goalkeepers, including our goalkeepers at Sundowns. You will always be alone.
#MSW. #MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Good evening to the shareholders. All I can say, man, the time is here. Good luck to all the soldiers that are going to be selected to represent us well in the FIFA World Cup. No, the boys need to, let's put all this club politics aside. Let's just rally behind the boys. Let's.
To feed the sun in the Eastern Cape. This is #MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide, live from the Sefako Makgato Presidential Guest House. It is live, and what's happening?
The South African public, the town population wishes you well.
MSW, live from the presidential dinner at the Union Buildings in Pretoria.
Yes, certainly live and direct as well, live streaming. If you are on EWN Good evening and welcome to it. If you're on the 947 stream as well, welcome. Looking forward to all of your comments, your conversations as they come through. Voice notes live on the radio as well. Well, a person who knows how to rock a microphone is Atamo Fokate. He is here with us in our setup here. Ata, good to see you, like I said before the break. Tell me more, though. This thing went viral. This is Ata's song and so on. You put it together. Tell me more.
Yeah, no, one decided, I was thinking, I'm looking at the situation.
Yeah.
We are all thinking about the league title, you know, the CAF, and everybody has forgotten that South Africa is going to the World Cup. I mean, we'll be in the World Cup within 10 days or something.
Yeah, we leave on Sunday.
Yeah, and I felt there was no real hype. You know, one had to find a way of just bringing up that vibe. And, you know, you look at Shakira and everybody worldwide, they are releasing songs. And what's happening in South Africa? And I thought, why not? You don't lose anything. The beautiful thing about music is you just do it.
Yes.
It either works or it doesn't work. You don't lose anything, and it stays there forever.
And so far, has it worked? What's been the response?
The response has been massive. Like, I was actually shocked, you know, and people enjoyed the song, and they're asking for more. We're hoping to get platforms to expose the song, and the name of the song is Jovicho.
Jovicho?
Yeah.
And you brought Chomi back?
Yeah, I had to.
Where's she been?
Eish. Business.
What is Aish?
No, the thing is, I had to convince her.
Yeah.
I said, you know, you're the right person to do this thing.
Yeah.
Because you know how to hype up the crowd. You know how to get the crowd going. People identify you with football, with soccer, and, you know, why not?
Are you part of the Mackenzie charter flight that's going to the World Cup?
I was told so, but I don't know what's happening, but I was told so.
Oh, you were told that you're going?
Yes.
But you don't know that you're going?
Yet.
Okay,
till I see something.
Okay, let's start off with one. Do you have an American visa?
Not as yet.
So you don't have an American visa?
That's why I'm saying I don't know where I am.
But
I know that I'm going.
But how are you going to go there when you don't have a visa?
We're not too away. Skara is saying.
Well, I know you've got connections in higher places as well. But if you do go, though, is that just for the first game and then you come back, or you're going to stay for all three Bafana games at least?
I would love to watch all the games, all the Bafana games, but it will depend on the resources as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what about
Are
the
you
rest
going?
Mina, hey. The foundation is going to pay for me.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a deal we're going to sign.
Okay.
I mean, you would proudly say.
Okay.
I can see the sport that's there. but overall, though,
But
I mean,
you should be going there.
No, we'll be there for the first game. Don't worry.
Okay.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we want to see the journey of Bafana progressing. I just think that
For the first time.
I think for the first time they're going to qualify to the
Yes,
knockout stages.
that's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, there's no other way. I mean, there's Coach Desiree Ellis. She's trying to dodge me, but I'll catch up with her just now. I mean, she's a serial winner as well. So, like I said, guys, it's the who's who as far as football is concerned. But just sport in general, politicians, they're all here. Atamo Fokate, you've also been doubling up now. You're doing podcasts and so on. Is that a deliberate thing?
You'd know better that I've always loved football.
Yes, of course. Pirates
I come
man.
from a sports family. Yeah, I'm a Pirates man. I don't hide. I'm not like some people.
I wonder who those people are.
I won't say their names, you know, but I'll come out.
Congratulations, champ.
Yeah, no, congratulations.
Who are you congratulating yourself?
No, congratulations, champ.
Well, he's congratulating himself here, guys. Have you ever heard this on radio?
Triple champions.
But you were saying to me that it's a deliberate thing that you're doing. What's the bigger picture, though? Because we know you as an entrepreneur, we know you as a musician. Now we're seeing you on the field interviewing Abo Sipombuli and all of that.
Honestly speaking, I just enjoy it. You know, it's one of those things that I love doing.
Yeah.
Just like I used to perform at matches. And I always say to people that one of the funniest moments was when the stadium was banned. I was there. So I've been attending football from since.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been a football lover. When we won in '96, I was there on the field. I couldn't believe it when my song was played and Mandela was walking onto the field and I was on the at the grandstands and I was enjoying myself.
Which song was that? Just remind us, just sing the chorus quickly.
You know that one. Man.
And then the new one, just give us a quick hook, a quick line.
The Chovicho one.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we live. Right?
I wish I could do it, but remember it's sung by Chomi. Me, I'm just doing the Chovicho.
But do it like you're doing the song.
I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Never, not
But
today.
you're a performing artist.
But I want to be paid to do it.
You're going to be paid?
Yeah. When?
Immediately.
Now.
Yeah, there's a stash here underneath the table.
If you answer me, can I ask you a question?
You interviewing me now? Okay, fine. Go ahead. He's taking over here.
Which 6 players do you think are going to be dropped?
Player number 6, player number 5, player number 4, player number 3, player number 2, player number 1. Those 6 will be dropped.
And then which one do you think should be there? At least one.
Of the 6?
No. The one that you'd love to see there. You know, when you talk to Kaizer Chiefs people, obviously they all say Peterson.
Yeah.
I mean, but for Marawa, which player would you like? Okay, let me say mine. I would like to see Tito there. I would like to see Tito there. No, Tebogo is obvious.
Yeah, Tebogo is obvious.
Don't talk about the 4. Don't mention Rele.
Yeah.
Don't mention Tebogo. Don't mention Apollos. Don't mention Williams. Which one would you like to see there?
It's so tough, man. But it's also just unfair. One. But he's not going to go.
Yeah.
And I was saying to...
I mentioned Tito.
Yeah, 100%. But you know what's going to happen. That's nothing like that's going to happen. I said to Tim Sugazi earlier on, Tashreeq Matthews, you've seen him play.
Yes.
You saw this tender there over the weekend and how then Debo came and finished that off. But if now you've cemented your 32 players in the prelim squad... Out of that 32,
which one?
All of them.
One. I just need one. Marawa's favorite player. For the World Cup only, though.
You said it's an obvious one with Williams, right?
Yes. Obvious with Apollos?
No, but Sipho Chain has got to be there.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our legend here, ladies and gentlemen, Atabo Fokate. He doesn't want to sing for us, but hey, we promised him that there's a stash of cash here, but he doesn't want to take us seriously. Baba, go represent the country, and always good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much
brother.
indeed. That's Atabo Fokate there joining us in our studio, in our setup here. Like I said, should we do this? Lord of the media. Hey? No, you're coming to chat to us. No. This is the first time for you to come onto this platform. And you know, you've been correcting people. Hey, I'm not Samugele, what. But ladies, I've got the Lord of the media here on MSW for the very first time because I know that he loves his sport. And you love Pirates, I believe.
No. My son is Pirates, by the way, and he's only 8. So I don't know how he managed to be a Pirates fan, but these young Pirates players, both Bilibili, Rele Mufukeng, are seemingly having an effect on these young boys who are football players. So.
All right, I'm taking you away from the politics of the day. I'm taking you away from Pala Pala and all sorts of things. But at the same time, all I'm saying to you, what are you expecting in terms of this announcement?
Look, I think it will be a fairly balanced squad. I assume that they will predominantly go with players coming from Mamelodi Sundowns, coming from Pirates. Those are the 2 top teams in the country currently. You looked at how beautifully, particularly Tebogo Mokoena played in the final of CAF here in Pretoria and also in Morocco. He played exceptionally well, so I'm expecting that he will definitely be in that squad. That is Koena. You're expecting the likes of Rela Mufukeng. He's had a very good season, so it would be very highly unlikely that he'll be left out, and particularly of a new, younger generation that is coming up in South African sports. You would expect him to be there, particularly when the influence that he has on the young ones. I know my son is an avid soccer fan, and he always speaks about Rela Mufukeng and particularly other younger boys I've seen within his football team, and he's had that particular effect in South African football and in particularly playing for Orlando Pirates.
What have you made of Hugo Broos? Because he has a man who's the mind of his own. He's come through, obviously reminds me of the Bob radio days, the station with the mind of its own, but he's a man with the mind of his own, and his selections are his own. So you can tell him about Lodge, you can tell him about whatever, he's not going to budge. What have you made of his stint thus far since day one?
If you've got a coach with a backbone, if you've got a leader with a backbone who's not afraid to make unpopular decisions that are of the benefit of the greater good of the people that he's leading as a whole, that is a person to keep, and that is a person to have, a person who has a strategy, a person who's taken a team from being a bunch of losers and to being a meaningful team within the African continent, a giant of its own, and who've played well within the AFCON. And it is a man that you definitely need to have and need to keep. And even if he were to retire, he's a person who must be on speed dial for the next coach to come in. African context, I always say, if you give coaches the leeway and you give them the space and time and you don't micromanage them through microphone, through telling them from the booth that you are sitting in, like other teams, substitute.
Sure.
Give them the leeway, give them the length and the latitude to do their work. They will perform for you. He's our own. In Hugo Bruce, we've got our own in Pitso Mesumane. I would say like that. If you give Pitso the latitude and the leeway to do his work, African coaches can follow the way that Safa has done with Hugo Bruce, we will definitely have a team to go forward to and be a global player into the future.
Can I quickly be naughty because I have to go for a break, right? So this is the entire Samgele Maseko who's here, ladies and gentlemen. The president is going to be walking past here anytime from now. We understand the football. We understand everything else. He's been in the news one way, day after day. He's addressed the nation the other week. And I know you're very brilliant with door stopping. Will you door stop him for a Bafana Bafana related question, or will you door stop him for something else, given the opportunity of access?
Because he's my client professionally. My boss would kill me if I don't ask a government and politics related question. But from a layman's person sitting at home, I would actually want to think, what's your view of Bafana Bafana? Your honest view of Bafana Bafana in the tenure of Hugo Bruce and the investments that have been made to South African football over the course of the years, and looking at how South African football has risen to the occasion with Patrice Motsepe at CAF, with Mamelodi Sundowns playing well. At some point, Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates did well within the CAF Champions League as well. And you've got other smaller teams that have now entered this particular continental championship. That would be my question on a non-work
level. But then just whisper to me here. Whisper to me, the one that the SABC and SABC News would be extremely happy with, that they'll be running with in 5 minutes after you've asked them, the non-football one would be what?
Section 89 report and his review.
Sure. And why it took so long?
I'm just a nice guy today. It's a feel-good day today.
Okay, all right.
We're going to the World Cup. We've qualified. We didn't qualify through the back door because
or by hosting.
Yeah. We qualified. Our football is taking a new leap, and you are actually even seeing it in these former multiracial schools. The amount of football that is being played, particularly within these schools that were predominantly known to be rugby schools.
Rugby and cricket.
Rugby and cricket. Now you are finding football. You just wish that there could be proper investments, that the childhood football at school, high school level, at primary school level, could be treated as an academy, as we are seeing with cricket and rugby.
That gentleman you saw walking past, his name is Gayton McKenzie. Those are the kind of questions that we're going to be throwing at him. But you know what? Because of the first time, and again, it's impromptu. And again, like I say, if you're watching on EWN, if you're watching on the 947 platform, you're listening on Vuma, Rise, Sowetan Live, guys, it's rare that somebody who is as important, who is as talented, who has delivered to the country some of the best journalism moments we have ever seen. The bravery that this man has is something that we can all talk about. But here he is today chatting to us about football, a sport that I know he loves very, very well indeed. Lord of the Media, what a great honor.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Hopefully Kaizer Chiefs and Manchester United can do well next season.
Well, you got rid of Amarim, so there is hope in Michael Carrick. He's done a wonderful, wonderful job all round. So looking forward to it. Thank you very, very much indeed. Follow him on social media. He'll talk to you about this particular moment as he broke away from politics and everything else that he normally talks about. It is live, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, Sifako Makhato Presidential Guest House is where we are. Any minute now, we're going to be expecting, the president to come through. And the Bafana Bafana squad with Coach Hugo Bruce, they had been attending another function. We also, like I said, we saw Gayton McKenzie come through. He might come back and chat to us. Don't worry about, 7 o'clock on radio. We will finish. but it's a rolling coverage. So go to the stream, EWN 947 will be here. We'll carry that announcement live as well. Look forward to your comments and so much more. It is hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide, 27th of May 2026, a historic day all round.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
In this corner, we've got overpriced insurance. In the blue corner, budget price beats. Show us your car premium and we'll beat it. Or pay you the difference. Up to 2,000 Rand. Yo, down he goes. Budget price beats taking another win. Don't fumble this bag. Limited time only. Budget Insurance, official insurer for good South Africans. Budget is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's online.
At Panorama Shopping Centre, we like things to be perfect. Luckily, we have a Pizza Perfect. Oh, you see what I did there? And a Mug and Bean, Nando's, Clicks, even Lotus Optometrists. We also have Pick and Pay and Pick and Pay Clothing, all in the same place. It's flipping 10 out of 10. So pull in, man. Panorama Shopping Centre. Shopping with a Josie South flavour. Corner Clipperfield Drive and Geordie Road, Milpart.
But not towards the stage.
Your boss noticed. Your ex noticed. The neighbors definitely noticed. Because some cars say, I rented a car. And some cars say, I rented the car. Sani 6th Rent a Car. Premium rentals for people who don't settle. Choose the right car. Rent Sani 6th on sani.co.za.
On Thursdays at Panarotis, sharing is not caring if your sister likes pineapple on her pizza, but you don't. It's not caring if your mom likes vegetarian and you like pepperoni. Luckily, you don't have to share. Get the classic Monsterito Quattro, 4 classic pizza flavors on one massive, almost half a meter wide pizza for only $199.90 every Thursday. Perfect for sharing or not. Panarotis, big on family, big on pizza. T's and C's apply.
Imagine every day was payday. That light, easy feeling when you don't have to do mental maths in the aisle, when you can say yes to the basics and still sneak in a little treat. Well, that's exactly what Walmart's everyday low prices feel like. You don't have to wait for month-end promotions. Walmart keeps prices low every day. Visit Walmart Clearwater, Fourways, and Boxburg or download the app. Save money, live better.
The Cannabis Expo, presented by Bud Box, returns to Santon Convention Center from 29th to 31st May for the biggest cannabis event on the continent. Hundreds of products, cultivation technology, and the latest trends shaping the cannabis industry. Also featuring Mixology Fest and the Vape Expo, presented by Ignite, bringing music, drinks, and atmosphere across all 3 days. The Cannabis Expo, Mixology Fest, and the Vape Expo, 29th to 31st Center. Tickets through Howler and at the door.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The champions
are your new African champions, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Divine Lunga, how are you, sir?
Hello.
Congratulations, champion. Tell me about that penalty and what went through generally in your mind, because hey, I'm sure deep down inside, as a human being, maybe your heart kind of sinks and says, is it me or Costi team?
Saved by Williams. Rodwin Williams to the rescue again.
Yeah, after that accident, I felt so down. The good thing that I can say, I have good human beings on my side, my teammates. They gave me that encouragement, that divine, we can still do this. These people, they don't need only one goal. They need to score another one. And then us in Sundowns, we're going to score again. So just bring yourself up. You forget about this. It happens. And then we did our best in that game. And then I put myself up, and then I started to focus on the game.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening to MSW listeners. This is Lawrence from Pretoria, Glen. Congratulations are in order for the players that are going to be chosen to take the belt to the World Cup. And I believe that we need to give the support to the coach. And as the coach chooses, no personal player will be sidelined, and I believe that he would choose the best team to represent us. These 26 are the soldiers that are going to represent the country, and I wish them good luck, and they must perform their best. We need to get to the next round of the World Cup. Thank you, Rob. Good show as always.
And wish you well on your journey to go and do better.
MSW live from the presidential dinner at the Union Buildings in Pretoria. The Bafana Bafana squad, moments away from being announced live on #MSW.
Yeah, we are certainly moments away from that big announcement. All the guests inside have been asked to be seated simply because the delegation, including Bafana Bafana coach Hugo Broos, are expected to be walking in anytime soon. I had seen earlier on Dr. Ngwenya, the Bafana Bafana medical man, the medic himself, involved in CAF, involved in FIFA, and he was saying that they were having serious conversations with the coach regarding some of the players who were seemingly very, very doubtful. But what's most important, though, is how Brand South Africa manages itself when it gets to Mexico, when that game kicks off for the very first time. And what a great pleasure to have the chairperson of Brand SA, Ipileng Silele, with us here in studio. Ipileng, good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, like I was saying, that the visibility is the one thing.
Indeed.
But what are you looking forward to the most? Let's start about tonight. I mean, you inside, you were just seated. We had to quickly whip you out of there. What are you looking forward to the most?
Look, we're looking forward to, as a country, wishing Bafana Bafana well and reminding them of how proud we are of their achievement. And I think most importantly, as Brenda said, to also remind them that this is more than just a farewell gathering. It really is a moment of pride, of hope, and also national significance. So they are carrying the South African brand. So we are here to really remind them as a family here at home. It's a very interesting and exciting family meeting where we send off our soldiers, as the previous speaker has spoken, that when they go onto that world stage, not only do they carry their football badge, they also carry more than a football badge, because on their chest they're carrying our dreams and young people's dreams. They're carrying the spirit and identity of an entire nation. And as we actually also look forward to Youth Day on the 16th of June, you can imagine what this moment actually means to our young people.
Chairperson, it's not only just about South Africa. They have a journey in Mexico. And I've been seeing some very exciting things. Zobignekai at that side, as far as South Africa. Tell me more about that and what will be happening. What will be the activities? What are you planting in Mexico?
Great. So obviously, as like many other sports events, we generally try to ensure that there's an activation, right? An activation that ensures that even for South Africans who are going to be going to Mexico, they have a belonging, right? Whilst you are out there and mingling with other people, it's important that our people have a belonging. And then from there, there'll be many other sporting events that will then connect our people over and above just watching soccer. Because as Brand SA, as you know, we're managing our brand, nation brand, for competitiveness. And I think sports is one of our key pillars of managing our nation brand. So we are going to maximize by having very relevant and compelling activations for our people to be able to also have a sense of belonging and also be connecting and networking with many other people.
I mean, the great artists are going to be coming in, integrating as well. Ipileng, I think also from a dietary perspective, I don't know if is going to be there or not. But, I know that you've had the visibility, and the last time I had dealings with Brand SA was in Egypt in 2019. For those who are going to be traveling for the first time for an occasion like this, I know you don't want to give away too much.
Exactly.
But entice them to go.
Well, obviously, because when you look at the lineup, there's going to be entertainment, which is important. As you know, as South Africans, Rata Monat, together, and many other people. And the Mexicans, as you know, very similar to us in culture. So I think we will be having a cultural event, a musical event, as I told you as well, and then a networking event.
Ipileng. Gotta let you.
Networking event.
Ipileng, gotta let you go. Thank you so much indeed. Chairperson of Brand SA, Ipileng Silele, joining me here. Looking forward to seeing you in Mexico.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rob. Thanks for having
you.
me. Thanks.
All right, and as we do the quick change over here, the president of the country, President Cyril Ramaphosa, just stepping in. I'm very well. How are you doing,
Are you
President?
well? Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Are you well as well? You're not looking very happy.
Maybe we should ask him why he's not happy.
Yeah, why do you look so sullen and so somber? You're very, very
I think it's the stress of the job. Don't worry about the headphones. We'll deal with it there. Maybe you want to hold this one for me, Mr. President. I mean, here there's a world of anticipation. Bafana Bafana have done something that we haven't been able to do in such a very long time.
2 decades. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most? Let me get the personal feeling outside of the statesman. What are you looking forward to the most tonight?
Well, tonight I'm looking forward to the names being announced so that the nation can embrace them, can stand behind them and support them fully. And I know that there's a lot of excitement and even anticipation and trepidation.
Yes.
But today, Coach Hugo Boss is going to field his best team. And that is the decision that a coach makes, like a decision a president makes when he appoints his ministers.
And the entire cabinet, yes.
Yes, indeed. And so this is a decision that we must all support, we must all back. I know that nearly everyone in South Africa is a coach. But today we have the head coach, Hugo Boss, who is going to announce, and we must support him. So I'm here to give him and the boys maximum support of the nation so that they go out there and play their hearts out. So today we are here to cheer, to support, and to stand behind our boys.
What about your travel plans? I know sometimes it's not presidential to announce, but are we going to be seeing you in Mexico, 11th of June, first game?
Well, you will be hearing what I'm going to say in my speech about going to watch the football. So you will hear what I have to say.
But there must be a sense of belief, though, that for the very first time we could qualify into the knockout stages.
The belief is unbelievable. I mean, South Africans now are full of hope, are full of belief. They believe in this team that's going to be announced, and they know that this is a team that's going to represent their hopes, their wishes, and their ambitions. So hope is abroad in the air tonight in South Africa. So I think
the best thing that you can do, and I see the community of people that are there on the live feeds across the different platforms. Please stay with us here because we will be crossing actually in the next few minutes. Let me get a word from my team. We are ready. We will be when they do start. We are all good. So take it for what it is, guys. Trust us in this journey. This has been the pre. We're going into the main course. And then the post we will deal with here. Once the players have been announced, we will have the access. Whatever it is, maybe give me your wish list of what you would want to see here. I think for me, I'm personally excited because this is a journey that has been difficult to navigate for the national team for so long. A lot of people criticize the Moroccan performance, saying that it wasn't the same like we saw against when Bafana Bafana went to Cote d'Ivoire, saying that there was a slight dip. So how can they pick that up? Can they be a little surprised that the coach does throw in as far as this team selection is concerned? I don't know. But all I know is that the 26 players will be announced tonight, and you will be probably the first to know about it, and then we will get quick reaction for you, especially for those who are going to be boarding that flight. They've got to play against Nicaragua on Friday. That's the last game. As I've said so many times, that Nicaragua is an appointment for them to try and get a system of how they can play against Mexico, because Nicaragua themselves have never qualified for any World Cup, but they provide the right kind of antidote for them to be able to bring something for the national team. But you also got to be careful. So the players will be careful. They'll know that if they go in hard, they're going for the hard tackles, that could end their journey on Sunday to board that flight to Mexico. Hugo Broos has been very adamant. He says, whatever it takes, I need at least 10 days to acclimatize because of the altitude in Mexico. They've got to be in Mexico. Then they go again right across to Atlanta to play there. Then they go 6 days later to Monterrey in Mexico. So that is probably the most humid of them all that they'll be saying as well. So, yeah, thank you so much, man. Sure.
Good evening, Robert the man here. Many are called, few are chosen. That's my advice. Good show as always.
Well, you can't argue with that, can you? Not too many will be chosen, I think, today, but enough to formulate a squad that can go and do duty at the World Cup. There'll be enough for Hugo Broos to go through and say, hey, you're the boss. I mean, you heard, I think probably President Ramaphosa was wearing a Hugo Boss suit. Hence, he would call him that. But Hugo Broos, jokingly, will be the man who has to make the tough decision, because you've got to think about the mentality and the psyche. It's hardly been, 6 or 7 days since the announcement of the prelim squad, and now he has to make that tough decision. I would love your interaction. I would love to know what you think about that final selection as well. But like I say, we're going absolutely nowhere. We will be capturing as it starts. Maybe let me have a quick look at what the inside looks like. The World Cup send-off. They're planning to start on time. So this is not like, the other, let me talk to the nation type of speeches that have been given before, where people have been able to run late. He's not going to be able to stay here for too long, right up until the end. But as far as the radio broadcast is concerned, we will break away. And thank you so much indeed for being part of the conversation and being part of #MSW. We talked about a special broadcast. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, it has begun. We'll capture it live for you. Catch us again tomorrow. #MSW, Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The action. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW. Live on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. At the same time. #MSW.
We wish Bafana very well, and we can't wait for the announcement of the actual team.
The players that are going to be announced, I wish them all the best. To the ones that are not, it's not the end of the day. There's another opportunities that come along. Coach can only select so many players to coach Hugo, his technical team, and the players, of course. I want to wish you all the best.
Well, it's been a long time, but I think that we have hope for this team.
Be practical, and we've got to fight for it and come back, and so the country's going to be proud of the players when they come back.
We hope that they'll continue to inspire young people across the country to see sports as a vehicle to transformation and as a vehicle to economic development as well.
We are ready. Also,
yeah.
Congratulations to him. So you must congratulate me.
Congratulations. I'm very much ready.
The results is what we're looking for.
I think we can do very well the way we play and the determination of the players. And the coach, of course, he's very aware about who to use and how.
SABC, the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Perile Africa Zonga, Sanwanani Dumelang Molweni. All of us, all in Kaufela as we build up to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Unveiling the 26 players that will don the green and gold of South Africa with pride. They will hold the hope of many millions in their hands, the pride of the flag, and of course the spirit of a soccer-loving nation. And as you can see, Anghambi Ngedwa, always joined by the ever so handsome, I don't know how he's still unmarried, Andile Ngube.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a time. This is it. This is the moment that South Africa's been waiting for. From '92, that very first game against Cameroon. Dreams were built. Boys that weren't even born yet. Girls that never knew they'd kick a soccer ball. The dream was made for them on that day in July of 1992. And now we're sit here, very much in the spirit of our people. We've risen from a point where people thought we would not make it, and we've made it to the top of football. Tonight, 26 are announced. They go to the World Cup. They carry my hopes. They carry your dreams. Welcome to it. This is the SABC Sport. Siyenza sisonke lento. Sibaningi. Sihamba nabo Bafana.
And of course, SABC Sport, the official broadcaster of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, Andile, before you and I get carried away, because I can see we're very happy tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's allow ourselves to honor those that are in our presence here tonight. The Honorable President of the Republic of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Alongside him, I didn't even know he could play golf until a couple of months ago, is the Minister of the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. It's Minister Gayton McKenzie. We also acknowledge all the other ministers, deputy ministers as well in our presence here tonight. We honor our Premier as well. And the man of the moment, I say this all the time, one of my favorite people in the world, the coach of Bafana Bafana, Coach Hugo Bruce. Of course, representatives from the South African Football Association, the chairperson of the South African Football Association as well, members of the media, our esteemed guests, welcome to a night like no other.
Well, it's going to be an exciting one. I see the Deputy Minister looking and saying, yeah, but they name Bafana Bafana. It's exactly what it's going to be. We're going to be having a lot of fun here tonight. But for 26 young men, this is the moment they've been waiting for their entire lives. So we're going to get on with the program. Coach Hugo Bruce will be on that podium. We'll name that team. And here, history will be made. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, please allow us to allow an opening from our host this evening as part of the larger delegation of government, the Minister of Arts, Sports and Culture, Minister Gayton McKenzie.
AKA Minister Ons Baizani, also known as the Minister of Monadi and Happiness.
All protocol has been observed. His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, and all of us present here today. Let me start with the most important business of the day. I would like to wish Orlando Pirates and congratulate them. I'm a Buccaneer. Pirates have taken the league to all the... It's so easy, President, when you say this thing to see who's chiefs here. They go like, just get to the names. We are here for the national squad. What you doing? And I want to say it out here. You know, President, I was in trouble a week ago when I saw the chairperson of TX Galaxy here. The PSL said he should represent the PSL today. And TX Galaxy was playing against one of my favorite teams, Mamelodi Sundowns. And I made a comment after they won 3-2. I said, the sun is going down. And the Sundowns supporters were very angry with me. And I want to say today that Sundowns is officially the biggest team on the African continent. Kabuyeno! And I know the spokesperson, Vincent always will show me time or with. But I think he will forgive me if I can quickly put in Arsenal also there and say congratulations. Congratulations to Arsenal. Tonight, we as South Africans, tonight is a night where we show the world who we really are. We show the world our best. We show the world that we have problems as a country like any other country. But we rise above our problems. We are the greatest nation on earth. We are a happy nation. We are a nation that the whole world talk about. We box way above our weight sometimes, but we're still a great nation. And I want to welcome the police, everybody that's here, and say that to the players, if you are not chosen tonight, don't feel bad. I'm also not chosen tonight. But you've come this far. I was not even considered. I went, President, to AFCON, and there was a mix-up. The person said, I work in the office of the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, and they let the person through. And they said, and he called me, they said, I'm the minister, I'm through. I said, no, enjoy. When I came, I said, I'm the minister. They said, no. You are not the minister. The minister's inside. I said, no. They said, no, go out. So this guy becomes so aggressive. And then President Danny Jordan came past. And he says, what's happening here? And he says, Minister, are you okay? I said, no, it's fine. I'll meet you inside. He says, no, I'm not leaving here. The guy says, is he a minister? Then he says, yes. He's like, so you don't pay your ministers in South Africa? So I was like, I'm wearing a very expensive suit. What is this guy talking about? He's like, can't he buy a tease with the salary of the minister? And I've never said thank you to Dr. Jordan for getting me in the stadium. Tonight, I want to say thank you. And just before we start, I know everybody is excited. Everybody wants to hear. I just want to do a small thing, President. We've got some good news. We're a country of good news. Where's the Deputy Minister? But please join me quickly to share the good news so that the country can hear what good news we have. Well, the good news is not that I'm going to play, but can we give the Deputy Minister a hand of applause? You want to say hello to the people? Deputy Minister, please, Mabe.
The minister will always surprise you. I don't know what are we promising now. I would not lie, especially in front of the president.
What we've done is that, and I'll ask the four gentlemen to stand up as I mention them, because they're our partners in this good news. Can I ask Lawrence of Bedway to stand up? Can I ask Old School to stand up? Salsi to stand up, and Honor. Can Honor also stand up? President, I just need the country to know there's very patriotic South African companies. And everybody in this room is very, see Boris of SAB, people are really patriotic. And what happened in this case, we had lucky fans that we are sending overseas. And we've chosen 18 lucky fans from each team. And these gentlemen that are standing said their hearts broke when they saw they're only going to watch the Mexico game. And they said we must rerun the competition, and the next round of 18 supporters are going to Monterrey. So can we give them a great hand of applause? Thank you. And now you see the good news is that peace, there was actually 19, you were the 19th one. I'm scratching you now because you are denying me. The competition will open tomorrow so that we can go and support our Bafana team when they play there. And I've made a promise which the president will talk about. It's a career-ending promise, Coach Hugo Bruce. But I'm not going to talk about it because I've been drinking sugar water since I've made that promise. But the president will talk about that promise that I made. And it's the second time that Peace denied me. She said, President, I'm not part of that promise. It is the minister. But not wasting any time, I want to say, everybody, you are welcome to Andile and them. You guys look We will find your wife, Andile, there in Monterrey. But thank you very much, and you are all welcome. Thank you so much, Deputy Minister. Salute, salute, salute. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Minister. We'll be back after the sad break from the National Mposhwa, as it's come out to be now. We'll see you, Masas Buyangalena. Remember that the brand new Honor 600 series is now available at all retailers from only 549 Rands for 36 months. Get yours now.
The World Cup does not arrive the same for all of us. For some, it begins in a lounge. For some, in the voice on the radio. For others, in the crowd before the crowd.
What's he saying? Some really good goal.
When the moment comes, it finds all of us. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here.
It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana Bafana!
And SABC is your home for every moment that brings us together. At home, on the move, or wherever you are, don't miss a second. All of us, all in Kaufela. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 matches live on SABC3, stream on SABC Plus, and stay connected on SABC radio stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game.
Bafana ke imidlalo emithathu yokuqala izobe ibukhoma hayi nje kumabonakude kodwa ke naku-radio ngolwimi lakho oluthandayo ulwimi lakama uzobe usizwa ke sikhuluma ngayo ke i-FIFA World Cup is the official broadcaster. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a story. Dr. Danny Jordan.
Your stories. Is this your... This
No,
is
no,
your
no,
first-
listen,
okay,
listen.
Okay.
5 years ago, Dr.
Okay.
Danny Jordan is under pressure to pick the next coach, alongside with Safa, of course, to pick the next coach. There's names that are being heralded out everywhere, right?
Yes.
There's coaches from South Africa who've done well. There's coaches from all over the world. Dr. Jordan goes and gets a man that has done it before on the continent. But geez, he doesn't tell us. Ukuthi hayi impompa ivalwa lapha. He says it as it is, and he doesn't mince his words.
Shoots from the hip all the time.
Shoots from the hip comes Hugo Bruce, the coach of Bafana Bafana. He's given us some amazing moments over the last 5 years. Which has been your favorite?
For me, I think it was when he said if he doesn't qualify, we must kill him. Because
did?
I don't want us to kill
He
him.
did.
I don't want us to kill him. And he qualified and we
didn't have to kill him.
Yeah.
But also, he was wise in teaching us because he picked players and then didn't pick players. Then he came back to say what became a famous Hugo Bruce quote. Hey, a wise man always goes back when he's made a mistake. Well, from then on, we all rallied behind him. He took us to heights that we hadn't seen in many years. And today, we sit here with the man the boys call Umadala, Coach Hugo Bruce. Have a look at this. Then when we come back, he'll be joining us for a chat.
It was very difficult to have people in the stadium for us. And I always said the results will change. And that's the only thing.
Hugo Bruce told us to our faces that at the moment, we weren't worth the shirt and the names on our back.
When we got Coach Hugo, and we could see from day one that this is going to be a successful period. The guys that were there could see it, we could sense it, we could see there's a coach who believes in us.
Four years ago, when it comes to Bafana Bafana, the energy wasn't what it is now.
What a time to be alive in South African football when we as fans can go out and sell out every single stadium that the boys have to turn out in.
Hope is back, baby. Hope is back.
Because I couldn't understand why South Africa, with all the facilities there are here, why South Africa was sometimes 1 or 2 Afghans not there.
You said, I believe in your country, in the players. If I didn't, I wouldn't have taken the job.
I said it already many times to the players. We are not 11, we are 23.
That's the culture that he has created, that even if you are not in the starting 11, you're still an important member of the team.
Now I can watch Bafana Bafana with my kids and say, this is the team I was telling you about.
Everybody forgets the club. We are now in Bafana Bafana.
Root block to go. Now comes back to Talented Bata. Does he pull the trigger? He decides to. It's in the net. Talented Bata. Oh, the dream is alive. The dream is very, very much alive.
The first goal of Bafana Bafana 2010.
It's on here now. The goalkeeper's beaten, and South Africa have their first goal. Sipiwe Shabalala.
As a soccer player, I wish maybe one of the good days I can be there also.
Each and every player's dream is to play in the World Cup.
And it's their moment to write their own history. They have what it takes to perform at the highest level.
Morena resettles in the pass. Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Oswin Apollos.
Kubi Bafana Bafana soloko ako yayikhokela phambili sesithi indlela imhlophe eya kwi-FIFA World Cup. Kodwa baqhubeka endleleni kwafuneka aqale phansi.
But Hugo Bruce, you might have been wrong about a couple of things, but you were right for this Bafana Bafana.
Do you still remember what I said on my first press conference as a coach? I said, look, those qualifiers for World Cup are maybe a little bit too soon because I have to build a team. But then the next qualifier for AFCON, we need to be there. And then we have to try to be always there. And if I can't succeed, you can kill me.
And that's when I knew that anybody that's willing to take on a job and still speak the truth the way he did would be special.
You never stop believing from the first game. Okay. We love you for that. We will work for you.
First of all, as you know, this is my last job. For my CV, it should be very nice to have a World Cup as a player and to end my career in a World Cup as a coach.
Are we going to America? Are we going to America? Are we going to America?
Oh
Let's
man,
see.
come on, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to carry on in the same
Go
spirit.
Hugo!
Go Hugo!
Go Hugo! Go Hugo!
Come
Go
on.
Hugo! Go Hugo!
Ladies and gentlemen, the coach of the national team of South Africa, Bafana Bafana, Coach Hugo Bruce. Coach, thank you so much for honoring us and joining us. I looked back at that, thought back at our very first chats when he got here, thought back at every press conference. What a ride.
Yes, what a ride, certainly, because the first year it was very difficult for me. I knew what I was planning to do, but it was very difficult to other people to understand what I was doing. So it was, a heavy year. And I have to be honest, and I said it already in the past, after my first year I was thinking of resigning. But yeah, football is my passion. I was 19 when I signed my first contract as a professional player. I'm now 74. I wanted to be 47. So I'm 74 now, so since 19 years old I was in football. So it's very difficult to say, I stop. So I went back and don't ask me why, suddenly everything went well.
You have the resilience of a South African, because we never say die.
Yeah.
When it gets hard, we carry on.
Yeah.
So that's why this country and you.
Yeah, but that's a thing that motivates me when things are going difficult and hard. That motivates me to succeed. And okay, I think I can say that we succeeded. We really did.
Absolutely. Absolutely succeeded. Coach, just a quick one from you. When we were watching that clip back, there's a moment there with you and Ricardo Goss, and he just saying, we will fight for you. Talk to me about just that spirit within this Bafana Bafana team, because we're seeing so much unity. We're seeing the players literally wanting to die on the field of play to make you happy and for the dreams of the nation as well.
I think it's very important as a coach to tell the players what you want. And to have a plan. When you can do that and you follow the plan, the players feel that you have confidence in that, and automatically they follow you. Secondly, since I was here, I was looking for younger players, talented younger players, because those are players who are hungry. They want to perform, they want to prove how good they are. And still, because an older player is difficult to change, a younger player you can change. And that process, I think, gave us all those results of the past years.
Well, Coach, listen, we don't have the pressure that you have this evening. All of us here are a lot more relaxed than you. You've got the big duty of announcing the 26-man squad. How hard was that?
Well, there were some hard decisions to make. And it is always when you make a list of players, you have always to disappoint players. And I know the disappointment for those players who had to drop tonight will be very, very, very hard. So it's a World Cup. Who don't want to go to the World Cup? So I know, and I was myself a player, I know how they will feel after I announced the 26 players. But that is also part of the job. And again, I was sitting with Helman in the past, my assistant Helman Makelele. I was sitting in our office the past weeks, and yeah, this one, oh yeah, but if we take this one, you have to drop this one. So there are some very difficult decisions, but yeah, that is also part of my job to do it, and I hope I choose the right ones.
Well, we all hope so, Coach.
Absolutely.
There is no wrong ones, though. I can tell you that. With this group of boys, there is no wrong one. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Coach Hugo Bruce will be giving us the squad. He'll be listing all 26 players that are going to be joining him in the Americas as we once again do what we've done. Started in '98. We carry on with that, but this time with the hopes of going a little bit further. And we're also going to be calling and asking for the Honorable President, His Excellency, to come on and assist us in that regard.
All right, we'll see you back after the break. All of us, all in Gaufela. 26 players revealed after this.
The World Cup does not arrive the same for all of us. For some, it begins in a lounge. For some, in the voice on the radio. For others, in the crowd before the crowd.
What's he saying? It's a really good goal.
When the moment comes, it finds all of us. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here.
It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana Bafana!
And SABC is your home for every moment that brings us together. At home, on the move, or wherever you are, don't miss a second. All of us, all in Gaufela. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 matches live on SABC3, stream on SABC Plus, and stay connected on SABC radio stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game. Stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game.
Welcome back. We are live and coming to you for the squad announcement for the Bafana Bafana team that will be going to the Americas. That's the USA, Mexico, and Canada in less than a month from now. It's days in the counting till we see our boys open up against Mexico on the 11th. All the Bafana matches will be live on SABC 1 and 3. SABC Plus, download it now, so wherever you are, you're able to watch. We are the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup. SABC Sport and the SABC will be with you alongside the journey.
And of course, not forgetting the SABC radio stations, bringing you every single game in your language of choice. And we actually get it started off for this Friday when we see Bafana Bafana in that send-off game against Nicaragua. That one will also be live on the SABC. But ladies and gentlemen, we've kept you in anticipation for long enough. The moment that we've all been waiting for, Africa Zonga. The Honorable President of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, please step up onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can ask you to stand as our first citizen makes his way to the stage.
Moments from now, they'll be walking through that door, and of course, announced by the coach, Hugo Bruce, 26 of the players that will be representing you and I, South Africa, the African continent, going to the World Cup. Coach Hugo Bruce will do the announcement, and of course, the acknowledgement of the players by His Excellency, the President, Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may have a seat. And the moment we've all been waiting for, Coach Hugo Bruce, we're handing over to you to reveal the 26 players that will be going to the 2026 FIFA World Cup to represent South Africa.
Okay, thank you, President. I'm very excited. I think you also.
Yes.
I know the names.
You know,
I know them.
Names. I don't know them.
I will tell you.
I'm in anticipation.
Okay. These are the names of the 26 players who will go to the World Cup 2026 in Mexico, USA, and Canada. Ronwen Williams.
Ronwen Williams. Hayden is his middle name, born on the 21st of January 1992, captain of this team and a recent winner at the Champions League in Morocco. He has been named and will be coming in to, of course, see Coach Hugo Bruce, shake the hand, and be welcomed by the president. Ronwen Williams leads through discipline, professionalism, and consistency rather than theatrics. Coaches frequently praise him for his work ethic and ability to organize. Williams is widely respected for breaking barriers as a goalkeeper. He's from Port Elizabeth, Quebec, inspiring many South Africans, where he now even has a huge charity drive.
Thank you for this.
Wonderful. You're doing a good job.
Oh,
I know.
thank you.
Ricardo Goss.
Developed through the Bidvest Witzer system, featured in top-flight South African football consistently, Ricardo Goss is a technically gifted South African goalkeeper known for his calmness, positioning, and reliability between the posts. He developed a reputation as one of the country's promising modern goalkeepers during his time at Bidvest Wits before moving to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Sifo Chain.
Portrayed Orlando Pirates, a goalkeeper born on the 14th of December 1996. A young man who took the goalkeeper of the season in the Betway Premiership last season and has dominated his position in Orlando Pirates, moving now into the Bafana Bafana squad, where he has made a number of appearances under coach Hugo Bruce and where he officially got his first cap.
Those were the goalkeepers, now defenders. Kuliso Mudau. There's our goalkeepers. Now we are the defenders.
Known as Sailor Kuliso Mudau, born on the 26th of April in 1995, also a winner of the Champions League in Morocco just this past weekend. He is going to be representing Bafana Bafana at the World Cup. His journey from lower profile clubs to becoming a regular for both Sundowns and Bafana Bafana are frequently cited as an example of perseverance and South African football development. Sailor Mudau, easily regarded as one of the best right backs in the world, or certainly in Africa.
Nkosinathi Sibisi, born on the 22nd of September 1995, has earned more senior caps for South Africa's national soccer team and has become part of the national team's experienced defensive pool. Sibisi established himself in the PSL through consistent performances at Golden Arrows, where his composure and leadership qualities stood out. His performances eventually earned him a move to Orlando Pirates, where they've just lifted a treble.
Ime Okon.
Ndonela Klela, 2004, 20th of February is when he graced this world. The centre-back that plays for Hannover 96 in Germany. Ime Okon is going to be going with Bafana Bafana to the World Cup. Ime Okon, of course, made a big splash out of SuperSport United before moving on. Many said this is the future of South African football, and he's proved exactly that.
Kulumani and Damane.
Kulumane Ndamane, a young man born on the 14th of October in 2003, plays out in the centre-back position. Recently made a move from TS Galaxy, joining Mamelodi Sundowns, a club recently named as the Kings of the African continent. A young man that has also started to cement himself in the Bafana Bafana national team.
Aubrey Modiba.
Mwape Aubrey Modiba, a South African player born on the 22nd of July in 1995, plays as a left back, a wing back, a midfielder, currently plays his football at Mamelodi Sundowns. Aubrey has earned more than 35 senior caps for South African national soccer team and has become one of the national's most versatile players in recent years.
Samukelo Kabini.
Samugelo Kabini, one of the most promising young defenders to emerge from South African football in recent years. A modern left-sided defender with composure, athleticism and tactical intelligence. Kabini has rapidly risen from development football to European competition and the senior South African national team.
Tabang Matuludi.
Tabang Matuludi, 14th of January 1999, a right-back defender who's out at Polokwane City. He is known as the next big thing, many seeing great hope in this young man.
Olwetu Makanya.
Olwethu Mpilwentle Makhanya rose to the youth structures of Stellenbosch FC, where he quickly became one of the club's standout academy graduates. He made his senior breakthrough during the 2022-23 season and impressed with his calmness on the ball and ability to read the game. Despite his young age, he regularly played against experienced
Kamogelo Sebelebele.
Known as Mike Kamohelo Sebelebele, Eyasethembisa Mambisa plays in as a winger and a right. Is pure flair and great to watch. The Orlando Pirates player will be going to the World Cup.
Bradley Cross.
Regarded as one of the more modern fullbacks in South African football, Cross is known for his composure on the ball, tactical intelligence and ability to contribute both defensively and in build-up play. Umdlalo Makhosi is going to the World Cup.
And last but not least, Mbekezeli Mbokazi.
Awuhluhluwe phakamume ngenyawo nangumbekezela umfana ufikile Mpokazi iTLP susa abantwana endleleni.
Okay, midfielders, Tebogo Mokoena.
Tebogo Mrembula Mokoena has earned more than 50 senior caps for South Africa's national soccer team and has become one of the team's most influential midfielders, emerging through the development structures of Super Sport United, where he quickly gained recognition for his maturity, passage range and leadership in the midfield.
Talente Mbata.
Njengegama lakhe, a talented central midfielder who plays his football out at Orlando Pirates. Boga, nomela angalishaya ngene USA.
Spehelo Sitole.
Pepelo Yaya Tole, primarily operating as a holding midfielder, but can also function in box-to-box roles depending on tactical needs. Ball-winning player, tactical awareness, and putting pressure always in the midfield. He's earned more than 10 senior caps for South Africa.
Jaden Adams.
He left Stellenbosch as a boy, but goes to the World Cup as a groot man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Adams.
Last part, strikers. Oswin Apollis.
Aswinopolis rose through South African football with determination and consistent development rather than early hype. His breakthrough performances at Polokwane City established him as one of the PSL's most exciting attacking players.
Ikram Reiners.
From Cape Town, 19 December 1995, he saw the sun. Centre forward and winger. And we're talking about Ikram Reiners will be going to the USA. Ken Park, stand up. Ken Park United is where he cut his teeth before joining the Santos FC youth structures. And he too goes to the World Cup as an African champ.
Sepang Moremi.
His move to Orlando Pirates marked an important step in his career as he has transitioned into higher level competitive football with greater tactical demands and exposure, and he is a player that has built his reputation through consistent performances in South African football.
Relebohile Mofokeng.
Listen, I'd love to call him by his king. Is going to be there. I know Naomi. Listen, Chaba. Bao Sherile. Listen, Chaba. So Sherile Mfanaval.
Evidence Magopa.
Mwana says he rose through the development structures at Baroka FC before breaking into senior football in 2020. His pace, aerial ability and pressing intensity quickly made him one of the most promising young strikers in the PSL, and in 2022 he secured his move to the Buccaneers.
Temba Zwane.
bathi Themba Zwane mshishishika phala bakhala ngaye eMorocco, bakhala ngaye Egypt, bakhala ngaye yonke indawo.
Lal Foster.
Lyle Brent Foster is regarded as one of South Africa's leading modern forwards and amongst the country's most successful exports to European football. He first gained attention as a teenager at Orlando Pirates before securing a move to AS Monaco FC in Europe.
And number 26, Tapelo Maseko.
Tapelo Maseko joins us as well, of course. A Mamelodi Sundowns player that is currently on loan will be part of this team. Tapelo Maseko is out at AEL Limassol on loan from Sundowns, a winger and a forward, a very tricky and technical player. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Just please hear it. A big round of applause for the players that sit on that stage. Acknowledged, called on by Coach Hugo Bruce. And if I can please ask the coach as well as the president to stay on stage and ask the SAPS to please come in so we can do the flag handover.
Can we please ask the SAPS to join us on the stage for the handover of the flag?
They're on their way, will be coming through. The handover between Captain Ronwen Williams as well as His Excellency, the President of South Africa, will be happening on stage. And Ronwen Williams is going to be the man that will be joining the President as we wait for the SAPS to come in and hand over the flag.
President. On behalf of the team, thank you for the invitation, for the send-off, for the support. This is just a small token from us that you can hang in your office and we'll come back and celebrate with you.
Thank you. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we could do better than that. This is it. This is the squad, the national team that will be representing us. Thank you so much to Ronwen Williams as well as His Excellency. Thank you so much to every single. Do remember that when you see these 26 players that are here, there are players, of course, that have been left out of this, and we will be acknowledging them in just a few. But before we go, as it is protocol here in South Africa, Rarato Rentwentle Rekwalega Tapelo, and that prayer that binds us all is the national anthem. Thank you very much. You've been tuned in. It's been live on the SABC. We take a break, but we're not quite done yet. So stick with us. See you after the break.
SABC, the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Well, welcome back. What you're seeing in front of you is the national team announced by Coach Hugo Bruce. All 26 members of the national team
Annie Jordan, representatives of football organizations here present, the head coach, Mr. Hugo Bros, members of the national team and squad, members of the technical team, the sponsors who are also here present, members of the media who are doing so well tonight, broadcasting this very special occasion to the nation, and ladies and gentlemen, it does give me immense pleasure to welcome you all here tonight as we gather to celebrate a proud moment and historic moment for South African football as a nation. Coach Hugo Bros has had a very difficult task of choosing 26 players amongst the 32 qualifying players that he needed to choose from. Or may I add that out of the 34, the other 2 were Minister Mackenzie and myself. So we go home disappointed that we were not chosen. I was hoping that I would be fielded as a striker, number 1 striker to score the very first goal against Mexico next week. But tonight, we say with confidence and pride and excitement that our coach has chosen the best team that is going to represent our country. And in many, many words, we have to say Bafana Bafana is back. They are back with belief, back with a purpose, they are back with courage, and they are back where they belong amongst the giants of world football. For many years, the people of South Africa have longed for this moment. Through triumphs and disappointments, and through difficult qualifying campaigns and rebuilding seasons, South Africans never stopped believing in this team. We supported you as a team in our homes, in our communities, in our stadiums, and in our hearts. And today, that faith has been rekindled and rewarded by qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup for the first time in more than 2 decades. You have already written your names into the proud sporting history of our country. But fellow South Africans are not satisfied with just qualifying alone. No, we do not want group stages. We do not want early exits. We do not want to hear the words eliminated or bowing out. We want to see you compete with courage, determination, and belief until the very end. And I can say that I have some proof that you will do well. As I shook your hands, I could feel a very firm handshake from each one of you. And I looked into your eyes, I could see real fiery determination. And that told me that you are going to go to Mexico. You're going to the FIFA World Cup in Mexico, United States and Canada to play your hearts out and to play the best soccer, the best football ever. We want to see you bring that trophy back home. We do, as South Africans, believe that that trophy belongs here, and we want to see you bring it back here. As I gave you the flag, Captain, I whispered to you that we're giving you this flag, the national symbol of our country that unites all of us, so that you can wrap that cup in the flag and bring it back home. Sport has always possessed a unique power to inspire and unite our people. Time and again, we have witnessed South Africans from every walk of life and every background, every language group and every community rally behind our athletes when they represent the nation on the global stage. Earlier, I met the coach of Banyana Banyana, my sister Desiree Ellis. She's here amongst us as well. And I said to her, as our golden girls go out to play, they too carry the hopes and the dreams and the ambitions of our nation. In those moments, we are reminded that we are one people with one flag and with one destiny when they go out to play. This tournament will be no different. In fact, I fully expect that each time Bafana Bafana progresses to the next round, I will be inundated with calls to declare a national public holiday. And I must confess, I may find those calls very, very persuasive. Now, this achievement has not come overnight. The road to the World Cup has required resilience, sacrifice, discipline, and long-term commitment by everyone. It has demanded investment in football development, in grassroots structures, in coaching, in clubs, our wonderful clubs that not only win here at home, like Orlando Pirates after a 22-year drought, and we congratulate them. And we also congratulate Sundowns, who have conquered football on the nation, and they stand and they sit at the top of the continent against the wishes of many nations who wanted to win, and they have won, and we congratulate them and we wish them well. And we therefore extend our gratitude to SAFA, to government, to our Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, to football clubs and all associations, and to our sponsors, to our coaches, to the technical teams and everyone who has worked tirelessly over many years to rebuild and strengthen South African football. Their efforts have helped to restore hope to millions of South Africans. When you arrive in Mexico City, you will not be traveling alone. You will carry with you the hopes, the dreams, and the prayers of more than 62 million South Africans. Our people will be with you every step of the way. That I am sure about. You are not only footballers. You are ambassadors of our democracy, of our resilience, and of our national spirit. The diversity of this squad and the technical team reflects the true character of South Africa, a constitutional democracy founded on dignity, equality, non-racialism, and opportunity for all. You represent the very best of who we are as a people. As ambassadors of our nation, we know that you are armed with humility, professionalism, teamwork, respect, and sportsmanship. Because sport is about more than just scoring goals or winning matches. Sport reflects the values of a society. It teaches us perseverance in adversity, humility in victory, and courage in moments of pressure. and you will be under a lot of pressure when you get on that field and those fields in those faraway lands. History has now presented this generation of Bafana Bafana with a very rare, precious opportunity to rise again and to reclaim South Africa's place amongst the elite nations of world football. We ask you to do one thing: seize the moment. This is your moment, but we want you to know that this is also South Africa's moment. Play with freedom. Play with pride of a very proud nation. Play for one another, but play for South Africa and its people. And make this nation even prouder than it already is tonight. We wish you strength. We wish you focus and success as you depart for this tournament. And let me say this clearly: I will be there when you lift the trophy on the 19th of July. And yes, I will gladly declare it a public holiday. So South Africans, you can be sure there is another unexpected public holiday on the way when they bring the cup back. May you have courage in your hearts and steel in your resolve and thunder in your boots. Go and make South Africa proud once again. And I thank you and I wish you the very best. And thank you all for being here to wish them the best of luck. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this. The President, please, if you may take your seat again. Thank you so much for hosting us, and we appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Africa, the Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa. Thank you very much. And as the President takes his seat, we are going to be asking for the chairpersons of the South African Football Association. You may have a seat. Thank you very much, Coach, Deputy Minister, as well as the Minister will go on to have their seat. The players, you may stand. You may sit and stand where you are. Dr. Denny Jordan, if I can please ask you to do the closing remarks for us. Chairperson of the South African Football Association, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Denny Jordan. Before he goes on there, to the players, I'm sure all of us here were thinking the same thing, that boys, we need that holiday. I said, believe man, you heard the President. We could do with that holiday, eh? Right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for the chairperson of the South African Football Association, Dr. Denny Jordan.
Good evening, and all other ministers, chair of the Sport Portfolio Committee in Parliament, the Premier of Gauteng, the MEC of Gauteng, all the government ministers, thank you very much for welcoming us in your house. They asked me, but where is the President's house? I said, no, the President didn't invite us to his house. He invited us to the guest house. So maybe he will show us where his house is. Extending a vote of thanks or words of gratitude are always both a pleasure and an honor, and tonight is no different. A World Cup participation needs an incredible amount of support for which we are grateful. Support from our supporters, and many of them are not here. Support from our commercial partners, and many of them are here. We had a wonderful morning and a good breakfast with Standard Bank, who joined us here tonight, with Adidas, who made our jersey to be listed as one of the most outstanding kit for the national teams going into the World Cup. Mr. President, you must know that the Bafana kit ranks amongst the best kit in the world, particularly the green kit, Mr. President, not the yellow one. The minister is playing for home kit. It's the away kit, Mr. Minister. You see, I am wrongly dressed, Mr. President, because I had my green shirt on. Then I got a message, no, government is saying it's not time for, and I see the CEO who gave me the message is now put in, no, CEO. I'm the odd one out now. He said, no, it is not a gathering of football. It's a formal gathering. The president is going to come in a bow tie, and now I see they will wonder who's the president now. But we are happy to be here, Mr. President. The supporters also, we must thank the SAFA staff. They work incredibly hard. The SAFA Executive Committee, the SAFA subcommittees, the technical committee, and so on. We want to thank them. But we also want to thank especially your Minister of Sport, Mr. President. When we played a 2-2 draw there in Orlando Stadium, he came into the dressing room. I know that Hugo Bruce was not happy because he told us what he thought of that performance, because there was a goal from halfway where the then goalkeeper was not here anymore. We won't mention his name. And he said, I expect better than this. The players were not happy. He said, no, but why are you bringing that man here? He's telling us a lot of nonsense. And we parted ways on that unhappy note. But when things turned and the team became successful, he was the first to acknowledge, no, you've turned things around, I'm happy and I'm supporting you. And he knows that if that support is unconditional and it's not compromised by who is in the room or who listens, and now it's on Facebook and Twitter, he is one of our biggest supporters. So I'd like to thank the Minister and the Deputy Minister of Sport, as well as the Parliamentary Committee on Sport. I also would like to thank you, Mr. President. We have come here at your invitation, and I'm sure that all of the players are inspired by your words of wisdom and your support. I didn't want to talk about when I first campaigned with the president in 1994, president. We campaigned together, me and now President Ramaphosa. And for some reason, the ANC asked us, you must go and address the women in the NG Kerk. Yeah, I think it was in Pretoria East. And they listened to the president, and then they asked, mag ons maar 'n paar vrae vra, they said. He said, yes. And they asked, Nelson Mandela, he said, he must be the president. Was Nelson Mandela ever a mayor of a city? He said, no. Was Nelson Mandela ever an MEC for sport? No. He said, you see, you bring a man from jail after 27 years, you bring him here, and you tell us this is your president. I can see what's going to happen in the country. And he said, no, Nelson Mandela is going to be the president. Did you see he walks? As he walks like a president. And when he talks like a president. and you didn't see him sleep. But when he sleeps like a president. He must be the president. And the one tells the other one, jy weet, wat hy sê is nogal waar. Ek het hom gekyk, he walks like a president. And so they voted for him. I want to say thank you very much, the very best. You walk with our support, you walk with our prayer in our heart, and you know that what was in 2010 unfinished business, you'll now have to finish it in Mexico. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Danny Jordan. Thank you so much. Just Dr. Jordan does his feelings very quickly. There's a camera there that's going to be showing all the players that are here that didn't make the squad. You're part of this victory just as much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. We will catch you on Friday. Nicaragua up against South Africa's Bafana Bafana. It's a good night from the nation's capital, and God bless.
Good night.
Love